Hi everyone, it's a beautiful day in which we are continuing with our series of analyzing the various stylistic devices, also known as figures of speech. Today we shall concentrate on four elements, which are paradox, oxymoron, similes, and metaphors. Welcome to my channel. A paradox is a statement that appears at first to be contradictory, but upon reflection, it makes sense. These are thought-provoking statements. They are brain teasers. The meaning is hidden. You can't get it on the surface. And therefore, the reader is invited to critically analyze these statements in order to decipher the desired meaning. Let's go through 5 examples of these paradoxical statements. We have the more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. The only constant thing is change. Social media disconnects us from people. This is the beginning of the end. Nobody goes to that restaurant, it's too crowded. You will notice that each of the above statements consists of a contrasting element. For example, in the second one, the only constant thing is change. The word constant is almost a near opposite of the word change. And yet when you put them together, you realize there is some message being communicated that change is inevitable. When you say that social media disconnects you from people, how? I thought the more followers you have on Instagram, the better you are in terms of the circle of friends. But it's so true. Social media actually disconnects you from people. You drift further from them because you are actually fantasizing, talking to acquaintances from all walks of life. When you say that this is the beginning of the end, it actually means that the end of one phase of your life marks the beginning of another. And therefore, these are paradoxical statements. The meaning is quite hidden. You need to take time in order to interpret what is communicated. An oxymoron is a figure of speech in which you combine two contradictory terms. It's synonymous to a paradox, only that here we are actually guided by two words. You bring two contrasting words in order to communicate some message. Think about these several beautiful oxymoronic terms: an open secret, an original copy, painfully beautiful. How can someone be painfully beautiful? Huh? It's ironic. Passive aggressive, a beautiful gangster, small crowd, sweet sorrow, a working vacation. How? How could you be in a working vacation? It's ironic. The Walking Dead, weirdly normal. The above examples are oxymoronic in nature and they make lighting very interesting in as much as the meaning is hidden in these two contrasting terms. When you say someone was a beautiful gangster, what does that mean? That she was capable of committing heinous crimes despite her beauty. In other words, do not be deceived by her beauty. She's a beautiful gangster. You expect gangsters to be ugly and scary, but this one is a beautiful gangster. Therefore, these are examples of oxymoronic terms. And I will challenge you to think through other contrasting words with a hidden meaning. Similes, a figure of speech that directly compares two different things using the words as and like. So the purpose of using similes in your writing is to draw comparison. between two things. But the catch here is you have to use the phrases or the particle as and like. How are you? I'm as cool as a cucumber. How is he? He's as innocent as a lamb. So you're comparing two people. And in the aspect of innocence, a lamb is innocent and that individual is innocent. I'm as tall as a giraffe. So here it's the element of hate. Therefore, you're looking at me and the giraffe and you're actually seeing some semblance. As sweet as sugar. Therefore, you're bringing the aspect of sweetness between that item and sugar. These are beautiful pieces, beautiful stylistic devices that makes our writing interesting and actually easy to figure out what you're talking about. How was the exam? It was tough. How did you sleep yesterday? I slept like a log. So this actually explains how you slept. It was a sound sleep. Then metaphors, very similar to similes. It's an aspect of comparing something directly in which you call one thing another, a comparison by directly relating one thing to another without the use of as or like. I want you to know that similes and metaphors, they serve the same purpose. Only that in a metaphor, you will avoid using the word as or like. You will actually say, my sister, she's a peacock. What are you doing? I'm comparing her directly to a peacock in the aspect of being proud, beautiful, and all that. He's a shining star. You're calling that individual a shining star to bring the element of his brilliance. Her long hair was a flowing golden river. This is more than an exaggeration in which you're calling her hair along a flowing golden river. The children were flowers grown in the concrete garden. At some point, you want to call your children flowers. They are beautiful. They make life bearable. They make life interesting. And hence, these are examples of metaphors. The catch is direct comparison. You are a lion. You are brave, and hence I'm calling you a lion. All right. So we can think of several examples of metaphors, and you're not restricted to any rule. You just want to draw a level of comparison. So I hope those 4 devices are quite clear, and we are going to easily identify them in any form of literature and actually use them to make our communication interesting. Thank you so much for listening in. Remember to subscribe to my channel and give a suggestion of some of the topics that you'd like me to cover in this channel. Have a great time.